Really proud of our guys for fighting through. I thought we beat a good team. They're very physical, play hard, really athletic, and I think they're well coached. We didn't get off to a great start again, but more so offensively. I thought throughout the game we were really good defensively. We held them to 32% from the field. They were 28 in the first half. We didn't do as good of a job rebounding in the first half. Gave up 7 offensive boards, but in the second half we were much better. We just could not get into a rhythm in the first half offensively. We missed free throws. We missed open shots. We missed stuff around the rim. We have to do a better job of that. I thought in the second half we continued to defend well, but I thought we did a much better job of getting into a better rhythm offensively and making shots. We knew coming into the game that they were a team that would be in the gaps early. In the second half, we did a much better job of passing it, but more importantly, we made shots. In the first half, we passed it, and we got some of those same looks. We didn't make them. And I thought we did a much better job in the second half of rebounding the basketball. These two guys beside me were terrific. For them to have 23 points and 19 points on a combined 18 shots is big. They were efficient in the manner in which they scored. They made free throws, and they made big plays for us. And down the stretch, we were able to get some stops and extend the lead. We had 3 different moments in the game. With about 1:13 seconds left in the first half, they called a timeout. We went up 10. We didn't handle that situation well. It was a 5-point game at halftime. In the second half, I don't remember the exact time, but it was a point we got up 11. And we had the momentum, and we didn't handle that well. They got it back down to 5. And when we went to, they called timeout at 4:15, which became the media timeout. Polo was shooting free throws, and it was 57-49. I told him that we're going to make both. We're going to be in this position again that we've been in twice. Let's handle it better this time. And we were able to extend the lead to 15 to 16. We got it to 13. They banked the 3 on a great defensive possession, and we came back and he hit an even crazier shot than they hit. And so we were able to extend the lead. But I'm proud of our fight, finding a way defensively, even when we couldn't make a shot in the first half, and really happy with the win.
Questions for the student athletes?
DeMarco, your coach mentioned this slow start. What did you notice that didn't allow you guys to get into the rhythm like you may have wanted to offensively?
First, I want to start off just say, thank my Lord and Savior Jesus Christ for keeping us healthy. That's first and foremost. But I don't know, man. This time I got to look myself in the mirror. I feel like it's something that I'm not doing as a leader, because I'm supposed to set the tone. So I'm obviously not doing something that I need to be doing for us to get a better start. And I just got to look myself in the mirror and see what I got to do to get the guys going. So I take full responsibility of that.
Brandon, what changed in the second half? I mean, you guys scored only 4 points in the paint in the first half, but we were able to be a little bit more diverse offensively in the second. What kind of changed after halftime?
I think it's simple. I think that everybody as a collective unit, we started playing with more intensity. Everybody started playing a little harder. Like I said last time, man, you play with intensity and good things happen. I think like Pete said, we gotta look ourselves in the mirror. First half, we went out there, we started slow, and we started slow in the past couple of games. But second half, everybody looked at each other. We all agreed that we had to go out there and play harder, and we went out there and we played harder.
You guys, you were 11 of 19 from the free throw line in the first half. Obviously, you want to shoot a better percentage, but getting 19 attempts, did you feel like you were sort of getting what you wanted? Getting the shots you wanted, getting the free throw attempts that you wanted. You just needed to knock a few more down.
Oh yeah, I feel like we was taking what they give us, but also sometimes we was just forcing it, just not letting it come to us. But like I said, we just gotta look ourselves in the mirror, man. We was taking what they was giving us, but we didn't capitalize on every opportunity, and we gotta do better. Because as the competition grow, you're not gonna have that big a margin for error. So,
given how poorly you guys were shooting from the free throw line, I think you missed 8 of your first 12. What did stepping back and hitting those 3-pointers do for maybe the confidence or the momentum?
Seeing the ball go in, as a hooper, that gives you confidence. So I think people started to see the ball go in the hoop a little more, and the confidence picked up, so we started making more shots at the line.
People don't normally see you guys as a three-point shooting team. You guys were 10 for 20 at one point in this game. I mean, what do you think you guys are in terms of your approach towards shooting from three-point range, and how confident you feel you guys are after the first 2 games?
I mean, we got some shooters on the squad. Simple as that. I don't know what the narrative is or why the narrative is what it is, but we got shooters on the squad, and I think we proved that, and we're going to continue to prove that.
Good. Thank you, guys. We'll let these guys go, and then we'll take questions for Coach. Thank you.
Good day, man.
All right, questions.
40% on what was it, 33s tonight. Is that something that 35, 30?
30.
Is that something that you feel this team is capable of replicating down the road?
I do. I think the past 3 years we've been first in the league in three-point field goal attempts, and I think we've been first or second in the league in three-point field goals made in our league. So that's a big part of our offense. I think that's why Biva answered that way. This was a team that they doubled Cam every time he touched the ball. We tried to pull him away from the basket a little bit so he could face, and they doubled him there. And probably because of what he did the last game. And so they were not going to let him get anything easy. They also are a team with how they're built, watching them last year and then watching their game in their first game on Monday. They are really heavy in the gaps. And so if you get off the basketball, you're going to get good looks. This was a game that we were able to take a lot of threes because of how they defend. Fortunate that we made them, but I really feel that if we take good shots and we have guys, and we have a couple guys that haven't shot it well yet, that will shoot it well, we have confidence in them, but we feel confident in our ability to make shots.
Jeff, I think Roman only finished with 12, but he had 10 at the half. I mean, just talk about what you've seen from him and I guess his growth through the first.
Yeah, well, he's gotten better and better since he's been here. He didn't get here till the first week of September, so he didn't have a summer to work with us. This is the first time in his life that he's just played basketball. For his whole life, he's played basketball, but his main sport has been rugby. And so this is the first time that he's had just exclusive basketball. I don't really know anything about rugby. One of the days I was talking to him when we first started practicing, and I was talking to him about stuff defensively, talking and getting your arms out, using your arms and not letting a guy get into your body. And I asked him something about rugby, and he said, in rugby, that's a penalty. So for 18, 19 years, he's been playing rugby all the time, and he hasn't been able to use his arms. Now we're telling him to do this. That's it. I should say he'd play 18 years, probably 14 years he's been playing. It's a habit that's going to take some time to break. Getting used, this is the first time he's been in America, outside of his country for an extensive period of time. I mean, so everything is new to him, but he wants to be good. He's got an unbelievable attitude. He really works at it. It was good to see him hit a three today. Early, he was the only one that was really scoring for us. He's going to continue to get better, and we're going to need him to continue to get better.
Are you okay with Roman taking 3-pointers? Do you
Yeah.
feel confident?
As long as they have good shots, yep.
What did it do for you guys that those two hit those threes the way they did, the timing of it, especially when you weren't hitting the free throws and they were packing the paint? I mean, how much was it able to take advantage of those heavy gaps and have guys knock down shots with efficiency?
Yeah, well, it was huge, obviously. Anytime a team is trying to take your stuff inside away, especially a guy, with Cam, then it's big to be able to go to something else or have something else to go to. Excuse me. I thought we got to the line too. We got there 35 times in the second half. We were able to make more of them. And that gave us a chance to extend our lead at times. But again, I feel confident in our ability as long as we take good shots that we have the right guys that can make shots.
What defines a team that part of their offensive attack is getting to the free throw line? They said that on the broadcast on Monday night. Getting to the line is a big part of Pitt's offense. Like what does that mean?
We want to be aggressive. We want to be on the attack. We want to be able to play in space and drive. Maybe get some hand checks. We want to really try to get to the offensive glass. You can get fouled, pick up fouls that way. To able to get into the bonus. We were in the bonus in the first half with about 13 minutes. Now again, part of that was due to how aggressive they were. They were really trying to be aggressive on the ball in passing lanes. When we did drive the basketball, we were able to get them to put two hands on us. But I just think it's being aggressive. It's being ready to catch and drive when you have opportunities. It's getting to the offensive glass. We got to the foul line on a block out in the first half. Polo blocked out and they went over the back. We're on the line. And so if you can get in the bonus, it's free points. We have to be better in the second half. With about 5.5 minutes left, we had 16 fouls, and Amari tries to take a block on a guy at half court. They're in the bonus. We don't need to do that. Like, this is the second game in a row that we've done that. So we have to get better with understanding that, and that comes from youth and inexperience. Most people don't talk about team fouls. In high school, I'm pretty sure you never thought about what the team fouls were. But at our level, you're always constantly trying to figure out how can you get free points.
Conte, second least amount of minutes on the team, but he was tied for the most plus minus. What is his role going forward on this team?
His role is energy, defense, rebounding. He's played in 3 games. He played in the Providence game, didn't play Johnstown, Youngstown, and tonight. And I think he may be second on the team in plus minus in those 3 contests. When he's in the game, good things happen. He does a really good job of talking on defense. And that's huge, especially for our ball screen defense, our coverages. He does a good job of that. He does a good job of walling up around the basket. And then he's done a good job in all 3 contests of rebounding the basketball. Offensively, more. This is 2 games. I think in these 2 games, he has 18 rebounds. And so just his presence, his energy, his ability to rebound, offensive rebound. He gets fouled, getting to the offensive glass, which gets us in the bonus. He's been big for us.
You guys played 8 guys, but really turned into 7. I mean, Barry only played 6.5 minutes. What kind of led to that decision?
Yeah, just in the second half, it was a tighter game. We went with a shorter rotation of guys that were doing good stuff. We got into a rhythm. As a coach, I don't want to break that rhythm. And we sort of used the timeouts to kind of give those guys breaks. But Barry's really important for us. We got to get him going. We got to help him. He's got to help himself. I thought he had a couple of really good looks in the first half. He'll knock those down. Barry can shoot the basketball. But we're going to need him just like we're going to need all these guys. We got a quick turnaround. We got a bunch of games coming up here, so we're going to need all of them.
Cam has 25 rebounds in these 2 games. He's playing a ton of minutes, but are there things he's doing differently? Or?
I just think he's in better shape. I think that's a big part of it. I thought Cam played really well early last year. And I thought when we got to the middle of January, I thought he just completely wore down. It's a big difference from playing 18 minutes a game to 28 minutes a game. And I don't think he was ready for that last year. And we had him playing 28, 29. We needed him to play 32 last year. And so I think the biggest part is that he's in better shape, better condition, where he doesn't get tired, fatigued as easily as he did last year.
Thanks, Coach.
All right. See you guys.